Hello fellow Sudokans and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku Puzzle. It's Tuesday the 18th of October 2022. Hope you are keeping well. I managed to have a reasonable sleep last night, so I'm not feeling quite so tired this morning, although still fairly tired, I must admit. Right, let's see what's going on in the world before we get to the Guardian Sudoku Puzzle. I was just thinking, not really anything about news, but I was just thinking that in the Middle Ages, societies actually conducted animal trials. They put, pigs on trial for murder and things like that. I think in some cases they were even executed. Now, if you, as a modern person, are told such a thing, you will presumably laugh your legs off, or say your hind legs off. Not an animal though. You presumably laugh out loud at such ridiculousness and think, good grief, how stupid people really were in those days. But I was just thinking that if humanity survives the current period that we're in right now, if 100 years or 200 years into the future, people look back at this time, they are going to be thinking, good grief, weren't people so stupid in those days? The political discourse, the lies, and the rubbish that people put on the internet and things like that, and people believed it. I just wonder how to future generations this current generation is going to look. But of course, there are many of us who realize the stupidity of it now. And I guess, of course, when they were conducting animal trials, there were plenty of people who were thinking, "This is ridiculous. Why are you prosecuting a pig?" or something like that. There must have been people at that time with the same ideas and realizing how stupid the whole thing was. Yeah. Anyway, let's get on with the game of Sudoku and leave the future generations to future generations. Let's see what I can see with today's Guardian. Okay, this is supposed to be a medium level. Now that normally means a very easy game on a Tuesday. So just in case you're a beginner, I'll explain that we play Sudoku by putting numbers in each of these squares across, and each of the squares in the columns down. And for each row and column, we mustn't have a repeat of the digit. And there are 9 squares, so we put numbers 1 to 9. And of course, we also put digits 1 to 9 in these small 3x3 blocks like this. So let's start, shall we? So the first thing I can see is, the 1's blocking up here like this, and 1 blocking up here, and 1 across here like this. Oops, a bit slower, please. What does that mean? It means that we already have a 1 in this column, we already have a 1 in this column, and we already have a 1 in this row blocking across. And that means there is only one empty square where a digit 1 can appear. It must go there. If you are new to Sudoku, once you see where there's the digit is restricted to only one square, sometimes called a cell, you know that it has to go there. Okay, right, we have 2 blocking up here like this and 2 across here like this, so the digit 2 must go there. We have 2 blocking up here and 2 blocking down here and 2 across here. That's going to put a 2 into that square there. We have 2's down these 2 columns like this, and a 2 across here, so that means we know the 2 fits here. Then we take that 2 and bring it across, and this 2 across, and we know the 2 goes there. If you are a beginner, it seems a little bit fast. You've got time to replay the video or pause at any time. You can stop the video at any time, right, if you're not quite sure what's going on. We have 2's blocking up and 2's across, and 2 must fit there. We have 2 down here, 2 across these 2 rows like this. And that is every 2 that is available on the grid. We have 2 in every one of these small 3x3 blocks, and since we only have each number once, we know that is the entire set of 2's. Okay, right, let's see what else we can do. I'll just go through the numbers one by one quickly, see what's available. Very quickly, really. Okay, we have 6 across here, and 6 across here and 6 down here. That's going to put 6 into that square there. We have 7 blocking these 3 squares here, and we have 7 blocking this square here. So in this row, there's only one available slot for a 7. It has to go there. 7 blocking down here, 7 blocking down here. So that's where the 7 must arrive here. Eight blocking up this column and up this column. That gives us an 8 here. 8 across this bottom row and 8 across this row. So 8 is in that square. Nine blocks across here, and so 9 is in that square there. 9 blocks down here, 9 blocks across here. That's where the 9 must go. Okay, now we can go back to 1s again now because we've made some changes. So it's always good to look again after you've made some changes. You can, if you're going through a series like this, I think you can go back and start again and see where things go after you've made some changes. The 2s we already have, of course. So I think we're, here we go, 7 blocking across here, so that's where the 7 must go. Right, let's have a look and investigate now in other ways. So we are missing from here a 3 and a 5, so we can see the 3 blocking down here. So that's where the 3 goes, and that's where the 5 goes. Now we need a 5 for this column because we don't yet have a 5, but we can see a blocking 5 here, so we know the 5 goes there. And then the missing number for this column has to be an 8, I think. Okay, now this 8 blocks up here, so that means that square there's got to be an 8, and the last number to get here is a 7. From down here we are lacking digit 1 excuse me, and a digit 4. We can't tell which is which yet, but we know that this is 1 or 4, so that means that these can't be 1 or 4, and therefore must be 3 or 5. Is that going to help? Well, yes. This is going to, one of these squares is 5, right? So that means that this square here can't be 5. And we have 5 blocking up here. So in this row, which doesn't yet have a 5, we know that the 5 has to fit there. Now, this block here is, row here, sorry, is missing, I think, a 4 and a 9. Now we have the 9 blocking this square, so we know that the 9 goes there, and the 4 must be here. And now this 4 blocks across here, putting the 4 into that square. And the missing digit here is a 6. There's only one empty square in this row, so we must fill it, and we fill it with a 6. We have 6 blocking down here, 6 blocking up here. That's where the 6 goes then. We have 6 blocking down this column and up this column here, 6 across here, so That's where the 6 goes. Then there's one more 6 necessary. We can get it by doing this. That's the final digit 6. So 2 and 6 are done. We're looking for the other numbers to finish off. Okay, where should I look now? Let's see. Let's have a look and see what's missing from over here. I still need a 4, a 7 and a 9. I think 4, 7 and 9. No, can't tell. Okay, so let's look elsewhere. Okay, in this column here, we don't have a 4 or a 7 yet, but we have a blocking 4 here. So we know that the 4 must appear here, and the 7 will finish that row, column, sorry, there. We have 4 blocking across here and 4 blocking down there, so that's where the 4 goes. And we have 4 blocking back this way and down there, so that's where the 4 goes there. And there's only one more number for this row, which is 1, so we'll place that now. We have 1 blocking down here, so that's where digit 1 goes there. Okay, there are 3 missing numbers here in this block, and I believe there are 3, 7 and 9. So when we see 3 and 7 in the same row, we are happy, because we say, can it be 3? No. Can it be 7? No. Then it must be 9. Must be 9, 9, 9. Okay, missing from this row now are 4 and 5, but we've got 5 blocking this square here. So this can't be 5, can it? This must be 5. And this must be the 4. We have 4 blocking up here and 4 across here. I think this is the final digit 4. There it was. Okay, just little bits to go now, so hope if you are new to the game you've understood what's been going on here. I can get this number, can't I? Because look, I'm sure to know what 2 numbers go in here, because I'm exactly 2 numbers short of the full series. Now actually when I investigate, I find that the missing numbers are 3 and 9. In fact, I can place them, but even if I couldn't place them, I could get this, because knowing that that's 3 and 9, I still need a 5 for this block. So I know that 5 has to fit there. In fact, we can get that. Oh, the 9 blocks there. 9 goes there, and the 3 is in that square. 3 blocks across here. That's our 3, and there's just a 5 missing from this particular block here. Now 5 blocks up these 2 columns. That puts a 5 into that square there. We have a 1 blocking up here. That puts a 1 into that square. The missing number from here is an 8. We have 8 blocking up here and 8 blocking across here. So we know that that's the final place, final resting place for an 8. The missing digit here is a 1. And to finish this block we need a 9. And 9 blocks across here and up here, so a 9 fits here. Now for this column here we still need a 7. Let's put that in. 7 blocks across here, so that's the space for the 7. The last number to get here is a 3. And like I say, if you've never played Sudoku before and this all seems a bit fast, you can pause the video or replay it again. That's 5 for today's medium level Guardian. It's pretty much par for the course for Tuesday. Thank you very much. Hope to see you again for more Sudoku. There's more than 1,000 videos on this channel now, so plenty to choose from. It doesn't have to be today's game. You can go back in time. Use your time machine to go backwards. By the way, if you do have a time machine, go forwards and tell me how much they laughed at us in today's current age of our stupidity. Thank you, bye-bye.